Hi there, I'm Torpedo and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK.
Hi there, and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK with what could be another world exclusive. Hasbro Pulse UK have been at it again with the quick shipping. So if I think what's in these figures is in there, you should see two brand new G.I. Joe classified figures today. So let's get the knife and let's get in there. We'll go one at a time. And of course, as we do like to stay on the channel, we will hashtag flip open the flap. So let's give it a go. Right, in we go one side, in we go into the other. As I always say, point the knife away from you, as I don't. And what do we see here? We see, there he is. It's G.I. Joe classified. It's the Cobra Copperhead figure. So that's our first one today. And of course, we get this lovely environmentally friendly box with one little figure in. So for the second time, we'll go in, hashtag, as they do like to say on the channel, flip open the flap. It's a double. But I really don't know on a serious note why Hasbro decided to ship two figures separately from the same warehouse in two boxes. They wanted to go plastic free to be environmentally friendly, but then they give me two boxes, so I don't know. But there he is. It's Edward. It's Torpedo. How on earth do I pronounce his final surname? I have no idea. Lilaloa. No idea at all. So we have got Copperhead and we have got Torpedo then. So what I'm going to do today is get them unboxed. However, the toy room is in a complete mess because I'm going under renovations yet. Coming soon to the channel is a full video of me moving all the toys around. So I'm going to try and find a little space. And Torpedo. Should we put them in the bath? Maybe. Let's give it a try. Right, we will start with the packaging then. So this is Copperhead himself. So you can see some of his accessories you get there. You get the unique sort of G.I. Joe artwork on the box, as they do use a different artist, it seems, for every box in the series. And you do get a figure render then on the front of this one. So as they are going away from the plastic-free packaging, hopefully this is one of the last figures we actually do get in the plastic-free, but we will wait and see on that one. There's a look at the side of the box then, so you do get that piece of artwork you get on the front, just in a larger sort of format there. And if we take a look at Copperhead's box from the rear, we do see the figure is standing 6.4 inches tall apparently. You do get the accessories there, the gun, the big choppy knife, all the little symbols I think you can look up on the website, the legalese down the bottom. A little detail of the tattoo there. So that is Copperhead's box. Just in case you thought I forgot, there is one more side of the box, of course, and it does come with a QR code. So I'm assuming that does take you to the Hasbro sort of website where you can look up all the file cut and statistics. So it's the old one in, one out on the packaging. And here is Torpedo then. So again, you get a figure render there. He's docking and you get a, I don't know, some sort of snakes coming out of the water or something there. You get a look at his flip-flops and all his other scuba diving accessories. There's a closer look at the artwork, the G.I. Joe Classified Series logo on there, and his real name, which I already butchered in the intro, so I won't be trying that one again. Again, a better look at the artwork again on the side. You do get the much bigger image there, so that's all looking good. And a more detailed look at the back where you see all the accessory spread there. So only 6 inches tall for a Torpedo, so he's a little bit shorter than his enemy there in Copperhead. All the scuba diving equipment and everything you get with him there, and legalese at the bottom. And then finally the QR code side. This time it's blue for G.I. Joe rather than the red of Cobra. So that's all the packaging. Let's get these bad boys out. Right then, Copperhead is out first. You get the accessories tray and you get your figure sort of wrapped up and attacked in the old plastic-free packaging. But you do get some cool artwork behind him, which again is a recreation of the artwork on the front of the actual box itself there. So I'm going to have to go find some scissors now to get this bad boy out of here. Round one then, representing Cobra, it's Copperhead. Of course, he's supposed to be a snake. One is assuming. As I say, my G.I. Joe knowledge isn't the best. I've been learning G.I. Joe as an adult. As I say, I wasn't really into G.I. Joe as a kid over here in the UK. The closest I had to G.I. Joe figures was the Street Fighter 2 figures, that were the recreation of those O-ring figures. But as the modern figures are coming out from Classified and Super 7, I've been learning, I've been watching the cartoon. So you're not going to get a lot of background from me on Copperhead here. But he is a cool looking sort of figure there. We get a nice, how close can we get into the head? Let's try and get a nice little zoom in there. So much better than some of the recent figures like Falcon, which I did cancel my pre-order on because that head sculpt, let's be honest, that looked jank. But this is a much better looking head sculpt here from the classified line. In terms of accessories then, for Copperhead down here, you've got his machete blade, you've got his standard pistol, again guns, not my expertise, and a bigger looking revolver thing with a sort of scope on it, and then a little sachet there to put his knife in. And you do get that lovely bit of tissue paper in the background there where all the accessories come out of. So let me turn this bad boy round. And there he is then from the rear view. So you've got detail on the back of his helmet. You've actually got paint on the back of a figure. For once, this is a bonus. You've got a peg hole there. You've got sort of stud detailing on his sort of pants. Now that's kind of nice. His sort of belt piece is good. Bit of paint slop on the back there, but you do get paint down the sides of his trousers. So let's take a close look at his tattoo. And that's about as close as I can get you into the tattoo. So it's a playing card there. It's the Ace of Spades with some more detailing on it. So that's an overview of Copperhead and his accessories. And let's take a look at Torpedo. Right, there is Torpedo then. He's out the packaging. Again, you get the accessories box there with Torpedo written on the top. He's in his cardboard coffin. He's all tied up. It's full bondage style here for Torpedo. He's going to have to get the scissors to get this bad boy out. Again, you've got the artwork on the back, which again is a representation of what's on the front. So let me go get the scissors and let's get him out of there. And here's a closer look at Torpedo then. And you do get a lot of stuff with this fella. Look at all those accessories you get, which for Hasbro isn't too bad for a £25 price point compared to what we're getting with a Marvel Legends these days. So in terms of the head sculpt there, again, a very nicely painted head sculpt, nicely detailed. Again, one of the better ones in the line recently. He's got his sort of wetsuit on there. You've got the grey, you've got the black parts of it. You've got his little, I don't know, communicating device sort of there on his right arm. You've got the gun holster and things, one sculpted, but one is removable there on the right hand side, down to his boots. Then you've got the pair of flippers. I'm sure we're all here for the flippers. Who doesn't want a pair of those in their toy collection? So they're here, and they are labelled right and left, so do make sure you've got one of each in yours. You've then got his harpoon, sort of spear gun there. He's got an actual gun with a magazine, a knife. Looks like he's got a backpack to help him breathe, and the removable sort of breathing mask. So a very nice array of accessories there, and we will get them on the figure in a second. So there he is from the front again, and I will turn him round and we'll look at him from the back. And if by magic, there he is. He's turned around for the rear view. So as we just pan down there, you can see all this different sort of paint apps. You do have a bit of a slight difference again in the plastic, where you've got the grey plastic compared to the sort of painted version of the grey. But that is Torpedo. I'm sure you could army build this fella with all the equipment on as well, for those with a bit more of a budget than mine, but mine gets spread too thin with all these toys I buy. So that's a brief overview of both the figures. Now we'll attempt an articulation segment. Right then, here's my best bit of the video. That's an absolute lie. Here's the attempt at articulation on Copperhead then. So we'll start with the head, and of course you get the classic side to side. You get a bit of back, nice bit of back there, and you get full forward. So do we get any tilt, bit of attitude for older Copperhead representing Cobra there. So that's not too bad. Into the arms, then you get your full 360 rotation up to a T. Can we do a pair of T's? There we are. There he is, Booker T himself. Now you've probably already noticed this. This is irritating as a sweaty ball sack. Of course, for some reason, they've now introduced what used to wind me up with Marvel Legends, is these bloody armbands, like on Cyclops you get with Marvel Legends, that become loose as a bugger and just fall down. So we've got the removable, detachable, sort of John Cena style armbands that don't do nothing for man nor beast, so they can go, please. Now I'm trying to move the arm here, and you see that? Absolutely shit all out the arm. So that one is stuck. Am I getting anything? There we go. We're getting something out of that. Oh, there we go. We've got a double jointed elbow, so it does move more than 90 degrees. And the other one's just stiff. So I haven't heated this at all. This is sort of raw footage straight out the packaging. So I always do recommend a bit of heat with your action figures these days, but I haven't done it just to see what you can actually do. Is that a butterfly in there as well? It is. That's a butterfly joint, ladies and gentlemen. And again, it doesn't do shaggy shit all. So it's either me with articulation or he needs heating up to loosen the joints first. So get your hair dryers out, go and see your wives, go and see your girlfriends and get your hair dryers. Ab crunch, yeah, you've got a nice sort of Marvel Legends style ab crunch, and you've got a bit of a ball at the waist. In terms of the legs, out they come, full old Jean-Claude Van Damme, as they like to say. The holster here, again, is bloody removable, so it's loose as shit, so that's going to wind me up. But double jointed knees, but of course, straight out the packaging, that bit won't move. Completely fused, will not move. Look at that. Look at the shaking I've got on there, my strength. So he's going to need the hairdryer on this one. We've got a boot swivel, we've got a boot cut, and we've got an ankle rocker. So you will get the articulation you need out of him. You just need to sort of heat him up. And there's a closer look at his belt. Looks like a Hydra symbol almost on the belt there. Very 80s style sort of cod piece here. Dr. Mindbender style studs. So that is the articulation for Copperhead. So let's try Torpedo. Right, Torpedo then, articulation style with none of his accessories on. So again with the head, yeah, that's okay. Usual, much looser actually this head than the other one. You get a bit of back, not as much forward, not as much down from Torpedo. Sure, you get your arms in a T, you want to come up, you do want to come up nicely, so that's okay. How is your arm? Yeah, that one moves very easily, so that's quite good. So you get your double jointed elbow, of course. Again, lack of hands with G.I. Joe, that is always a thing. Don't get a lot of accessories, so he has got trigger fingers on. You do get a butterfly that works much better than the one on Copperhead. So your butterfly works, you get a nice ab crunch down, and you get a nice back as well. So you might be able to get some nice swimming poses if we can get the head up. But the head doesn't go fully up, so you might struggle with some of those swimming poses, but we'll get this man in the bathtub soon. Again, this is loose as shit, so that's going to do nothing for you. That's going to drive you nuts. Oh, legs stiff. Nice bit of stiff leg again. So, again, hairdryer needed. So, modern plastic. What is it with modern plastic? Or is it just me? Do you all need a hairdryer? Let me know in the comments below. Who owns a hairdryer? Who nicks their wives? But you do get double jointed knees, ankle rocker, so all your sort of standard articulation. Right, I will now try and get his bloody accessories on him. And look at this bad boy now. He is fully transformed. So his scuba gear is on, his mask is on, and of course his old flip-floppies are on. So he's looking really cool now. I'm really actually quite liking the look of this Torpedo. So the mask goes on very easily, just slides on there, and you've got these clips over here to peg in either side to use as a breathing apparatus. Now I think I've discovered something here that you can attach his gun to the bottom here, so I think that's correct, but that is me just taking a shot at it really. You've got the knife that can go in there, of course. This harpoon gun does have trigger fingers, but that's going to require a bit of hairdryer for me to actually get that in the clip properly. And you do get his nice flip-flops on. They're a very, very soft rubber, so they just easily fit on his feet. So he's a really cool looking figure there. So what I need to do now is get the old accessories on for old Copperhead. And here's old Copperhead then. So you've got his gun with his silencer in his hand there. You can fit his other gun in his belt holster there. The machete goes through on that side. And you do have room on the back there for, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be the machete or his bigger gun. But I haven't put anything on there for now. So there he is, all kitted up as well. So let's get them standing side by side. So you can see a comparison between the two there. And as you can see, as according to what the packaging said, Copperhead is slightly taller than Torpedo. So overall at the moment, quite impressed with these two. The recent Bazooka, no, it didn't impress me at all. A lot of mismatched plastic and everything on it. Yeah, didn't like that one. But yeah, this is getting me back into the G.I. Joe line now. Getting excited for the His Tank as well. So these two are looking nice together. What I think we'll do now is we'll go and try and find some figures for comparison. But as you'll see in a minute, yeah, the toy room, that's in a bit of a mess. So here's a sneak peek of what's to come on the channel. This is the toy room in a mess. We're changing the window display. As you can see, the Sky Striker's down there. There's units everywhere. Yeah, we're in a bit of a mess. But down here I do have a box of G.I. Joe figures that moved off the shelf, so we can do some comparisons. Right then, first in the hot seat for the comparison time is Storm Shadow. So that is a slightly more modern version of Storm Shadow rather than the retro carded one. And if you can hear water running in the background, that is for the next segment, because Torpedo is going to take a bath, and we will find out. can he swim? But that is the first comparison, so that is Storm Shadow. If you want to see a slightly taller figure, Gung Ho, the classic version of Gung Ho, has just made the ranks there, and as you can see, he is much taller than the other two, but Copperhead is getting up there, but much more bulky on Gung Ho. Now, Destro wanted to get in on all the hot comparison action, so there is Pimp Daddy Destro himself, all decked out in gold in this fantastic comparison time so far. Here's the Master of Disguise himself, it's Zartan, or is it Zartan? Is he undercover? We don't really know, but there is a comparison of Zartan to the other two. And listen up, maggots, of course it's the one you've all been waiting for. How could I here at Jay's Toy Collection not do a review without Sergeant Slaughter himself, the man famous for, of course, the Battle of the Sarges on the channel. If you don't know what I'm talking about, keep digging through the old videos. You'll find out in one of the intros. But there is Sergeant Slaughter. And again, he is much beefier and mustier than the other two. Kind of skinnier bodies they've used for this too. So all I can think to do now is get Torpedo in the bath. Now, what other channel do you get this sort of kind of bathroom content on? So we're here in the bathroom, we're in the tub, and here is Torpedo himself. And we're going to answer that age-old question. Can Torpedo actually swim? Well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there? I've got this lovely swimming pose, as you can see. We've got some water ready to go. Are we ready then? On 3, 2, 1. Well, that was a bloody disaster, wasn't it? Look, he's got some air bubbles coming up. Torpedo, son. Torpedo. Torp. Edward, how you doing, son? I've killed him. I've gone and killed Torpedo. My goodness me. And look at that. There's even a bit of hair floating in the bath. That's one of mine. How did that get in there? Absolutely terrible. So we can confirm officially here at Jay's Toy Collection UK that Torpedo cannot swim. My goodness. What a disaster. Ladies and gentlemen, my goodness, we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this breaking news story. So right in the middle of filming my review here for Copperhead and Torpedo from G.I. Joe, Hasbro have gone and dropped a bombshell. So you can see we're here on Hasbro Pulse UK, and what has just gone up for pre-order for premium members only, so my goodness, I might actually make some use of this stupid premium membership for once, is the Hasbro Marvel Legends 2-packs of Drax the Destroyer and Moondragon. So, wow, this is the one I am excited for. Finally, a comic version of Moondragon. Well, any version of Moondragon. I don't think we've had her at all in the Marvel Legends 6-inch lineup. And Drax the Destroyer himself, but not Dave Bautista this time. Oh, no, we do have the massive, bulky comic book version of Drax the Destroyer. Not the modern take from Guardians of the Galaxy. This is your classic sort of 70s take on Drax the Destroyer. So I'm excited to see this one. You've got Drax looking quite bulky. Looks like he might be on the Caliban from a very quick Caliban Build-A-Figure book from there. And you get Moondragon herself. Lovely bald head there. Do like a woman with a bald head. Cheeky Monkey Gara will not be impressed, but she did shave her head once. There you go, I've just told the internet that. So there is Moondragon, of course. Drax's daughter, I do believe. So he's gone, Thanos kidnaps her, doesn't he? Something along those lines, and he goes and tries to rescue her. So finally, Moondragon here from Marvel Legends. So that's the 2-pack then. You get a couple of interchangeable heads for Drax, and just hands, I think, for Moondragon there. So it's $52.99 in the UK. With their current pricing, that's not too bad, really, I don't think. $52.99. Because you do get a Build-A-Figure size one there in Drax. And first time in the line, Moondragon. Is she? I think she's pinless. Oh my goodness, look at that. She's actually going to stand up, so that's going to be a bonus. We're getting the Moondragon. We might have to wait years, but at least we get her pinless. So it looks like we get the pinless single joint arms, but too bothered by them, but it's the knees that are the killer with these female figures. They never stand up, so she will stand up. So that is breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, right in the middle of a Torpedo and Copperhead review. So now I send you back to me on the review. Well, what a way to end the video that was, ladies and gentlemen. We can confirm Torpedo cannot swim. Somebody's going to have to sort out this Joe team, then he's whipping into shape. Well, that has been Torpedo and Copperhead's review. Hopefully a world's first. We'll soon find out. So please do like, comment and subscribe, as I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers here in 2023, and we're getting kind of close. So Torpedo's here with me. I'm in the bathroom. He's got my towel there. He's trying to dry off. we've got to clean this fella up. So I will of course see you all on the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Again, there's plenty to check out on the channel. Just had Doc Ock in from Hasbro Pulse UK with their quick shipping, it seems, these days. Also Mayflex Storm, so there's plenty of toy content to check out, including my very unique commentary, I suppose you would say. So I do hope you have enjoyed this video. And of course, I will see you on the next one. Hit that like button if you can, because Torpedo could do with them. Look at him, poor fella, dripping wet.